It's time to podcast.
Under our bed.
Here we go, baby. It's raining outside.
Oh my goodness. It is freezing.
It's cloudy. Times are changing.
They are.
The seasons are changing.
We went from nice and warm to pretty warm to now rainy and cold.
That's right. The seasons change here in Utah, and that's good.
It is good. It's exciting.
Yeah, we've been thinking a little bit more about this year. We had a son, our oldest son, came home from his mission in California where there kind of are no seasons. Mm-hmm. There's like one season. It's called perfection.
Yeah, moderate.
The climate is perfect all the time. It's like between 65 and 85.
So nice.
It is nice. So we've been down there and visiting some friends of Dallin's that he made on his mission and seeing people. And then he's back up here at BYU and has a lot of California roommates now.
He does. And they're amazed.
And yeah, they come over every Sunday for dinner and pickleball and whatever else happens. And they love the change of seasons. I think we take that for granted here sometimes.
Totally. We totally do. I mean, sometimes I think I find myself complaining about it sometimes, in the winter.
When it's going
in the
from
dead
warm
of
to cold.
winter when it's freezing and I'm like, no, I'm not ready for this. Yeah. But then if I do go somewhere like California, it's nice to go there in the winter when it's whatever, but I can't imagine only having that. You know?
Yeah, if everything was perfect temperature-wise all the time, and I know it's not all the time, but like 91% of the time, it would be different.
It would be different.
So these boys have reminded us. They're like, the changing seasons is so awesome. Like, look at the leaves. And we took a ride up the Alpine Loop. Mm-hmm. We seem to do that about once every year, don't we?
Yeah, once or twice.
It was pretty.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love the leaves. My favorite are those fire orangish reddish.
Yeah.
That color.
Think those are the same.
And then my second favorite is the gold, bright, like just bam.
Bright gold.
Yeah. Bright gold.
And there seems to be like a metaphor in life, like the way that the seasons change, the leaves are let go by the trees, like they do it so easily and so gracefully.
They do. I never thought of that before. That's a really good metaphor.
How do we do that?
As time goes on, just let the change happen gracefully.
Yeah.
Don't hold on to things.
Too hard. I mean, they hold on all their beauty, right?
They do.
But then when the leaves are dead, they let them go.
Yeah. There's no use for them anymore.
That's right. What metaphor can we look into life into that?
A lot. Which one do you want to pick? Let's
Go
see.
for it.
How about...
You've never thought of that before, huh?
No.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that
Yeah,
before.
I thought of it, I think, this last drive. We went up there. It was pretty crowded, more crowded than it's ever been.
So crowded.
Man, Utah is changing. We've been discovered. Growth is happening, which is good in a lot of ways, but it's also hard, one of which is just like traffic and just getting up the canyon, number one, and then just through, past Sundance and around. It was really crowded. But, as I looked at those leaves and we spoke about our favorites and why, the bright red, the bright kind of gold, especially the gold ones, I thought, there's a metaphor in life in this that you just kind of, they let things get to their beauty and then they just let go gracefully. You think of the leaves just fluttering down. Seems like there's lessons for us in that.
I think there are. One of them that I'm just thinking of, I'm thinking while you're talking about metaphors, I think one of them could be like your kids.
Yeah.
I
guess we're kind of in
You're
that
holding
stage.
on to them for all they're worth.
Yeah.
And watching them, grow and change. And then when it's time, you just, hopefully you can let them go on their own gracefully and not try to hold on too tightly.
Yeah, I like that. How's that going for you, Sal?
I think it's going great, but our son is still, young and learning. So
you're saying even past where we've been.
I'm saying even past. I'm saying maybe even especially past where we are, because we're at this in between stage. I feel where he lives super close. He's not married. He's not, he's doesn't have a career.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So he's still around.
He's still around,
yeah.
And not that I don't call him every day or ask him did you get your homework done? I don't do that.
You don't check in on when he's getting home at night?
No.
He seems tired lately. I think he's getting home late. Don't you think?
Well, what did you do your freshman year?
Okay, good point. But I hadn't been on my mission yet, so
right,
I was still.
Yeah, but he's never experienced that
That's right.
time of life. So
living the life at the village.
Yep. I like that metaphor idea, though. But did you think of any specific metaphors for the leaves?
No, I think just in general, like I said, just letting go. I like this idea of kids. That's kind of, I guess in every stage in life, there's things that you're kind of letting go of.
Absolutely.
Like at some stage, you kind of let go of staying up till 1 a.m.
It's true. It's true. Or in my case, you never have that to let go of.
You just skip that stage?
You just, you just continue going to bed at 8:30 every night.
Whatever. You've been going to bed later with me,
true.
later and later.
It's true. You're rubbing off on me. I go to bed much later now.
Yeah, it's been such a beautiful fall. And I've said to you, how many times did I say to you, September is my favorite month of the year?
Yeah.
I said that like 5 times
you
to you
love
during
it.
September.
So what do you love about September?
I love the fresh start of school. That's number one. Like school, you still remember like dressing up in your neon 80s colors and getting your hair done, because I used to have great hair. Getting a fresh perm, getting a fresh haircut, and your new Nikes, hopefully, maybe, and heading off to school. And it's just like the possibility is endless this year. Like I can dominate school. I'm excited about sports, and that's the second thing. Football. I was a quarterback in high school growing up, and I played soccer and then football in the fall. I love both those sports, especially football. I love being a quarterback. It's the most strategic position in the world with, kind of the fastest moving, violent things, athletic things happening, but you've got to keep your head and make good decisions. I love that challenge. Anyway, so that was a side tangent. My point is to say I love football in the fall, like high school football games. Love it. Flag football games with our own kids. That's been a fun year for our youngest. And then, of course, college and the pros.
Yeah.
So it's school starting. It's and so a fresh start there. It's football. And then it's just the weather is perfect.
It is. It's so nice.
I love the summer. It's super fun. I love summers in Utah. Summer nights are beautiful. But summer afternoons in Utah, like July and August, can get, July 5th to August 5th or whatever. It can be kind of hot and just the sun just beating down.
Yeah.
So I love when we pass that and we go to this nice golden sun afternoons, instead of the beating. So I think those are the 3 reasons.
Yeah, I think what I've been thinking so much in this change, because I feel like we kind of had I don't know why I've noticed so much this year other than in other years past, but I don't know if we've had like more of an abrupt change. I'm not sure, but I've noticed it more this year. And what I find myself being is just excited. And I think that's what you said, when September rolls around and you can tell things are starting to change a little bit, you're going back to school, all these new things, and you're excited for the possibilities. You're excited for what can happen this time, and I think that with every change of the season, that's how I feel, in the fall, that's how I feel, maybe especially in the fall, probably because of back to school, but then in the winter too. Oh, it's changing, Christmas is coming, all the holidays. And then it's exciting in the spring because, there's new life coming. Those flowers are blooming. The trees are flowering. And it's getting warmer. Yay, it's just so exciting. And then summer, school's out. There's something to look forward to in every season. And that change of weather kind of sparks it in you.
And it signifies.
The feeling, like it just ignites that, all those feelings of all the things that happen at that time.
I agree. So wouldn't it be interesting, to live in a place like California where there's like not really big change of season? You kind of don't know, like what month are we in? Is it Christmas already? Whatever.
I've thought of that too. Like, would it seem like that time of year without the seasons? I guess you're just used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And there are other things that trigger that for you besides the change of the seasons.
Was there much change of season in Texas? Do you remember?
Not really.
Yeah. So you probably you grew up in Texas and Utah. I grew up in Spokane, Washington, and obviously we've lived in Utah together as adults. Mm-hmm. But in Spokane and in Utah, there are strong kind of changes of the season.
Yeah,
Texas,
not so much in Texas. Not so much.
I mean, it's not sweltering hot, but it's still warm.
Mm-hmm. You don't really get snow.
You were so young, though. Do you remember that? Do you remember
I only remember that there were 1 or 2 days that I remember that it snowed. And we're talking like a skiff of snow, and school was canceled. And I remember that. And my sister and I went out in the backyard and tried our best to build a snowman with what we had. And we ended up getting a decent snowman. But yeah, so that's what I remember, that it was not.
Was it weird to have Christmas it being all warm and stuff? Do you remember that?
I don't really remember that.
Remember?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I think another reason that I love fall is that, winter's coming, which winter can be dark and gloomy sometimes, but I love skiing. We ski as a family. I love snow skiing. I grew up kind of snow skiing, and our kids ski and board. And I look forward to ski season, even though winter can be long sometimes.
Yeah, our 10-year-old was really excited. I got a text from my mom this morning, who lives further north than we do, and it snowed at her house. And she sent a picture, and it wasn't just a little bit, it was quite a bit. And I showed James, and he was so excited. He said, "See, Mom, I told you. It's time for a lot of snow this winter."
Yeah, he wants to ski, doesn't he?
He really wants to ski. He's like, that means we get to ski a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's really excited.
That's cool. Yeah, and winter. Yeah, every season has its charm. I love winter because of basketball.
Yes, yeah.
We went to the Jazz game last night. I mean, so basketball is happening. Like it's coming on. So yeah, fall is definitely my favorite season. What is yours?
Mine is spring.
Why?
I think.
Because I think spring is my least favorite.
I know. And I know why. I understand
It's unpredictable. Why. The weather teases you. It's warm and then freezing and then sunny and then rainy.
Yeah, and that's true. And I don't love that part, but I kind of do, because it's, those days that aren't cold or colder or rainy, although I love spring rain. There's something cool about spring rain. There's a smell to spring rain.
Yeah.
And summer rain.
Yeah.
Fall rain, not so much. There's not so much a smell. But there's like this smell, when it hits the concrete. Anyway, but I just love watching the flowers bloom. I love trees that are all, the apricot blossoms or whatever trees blossom.
It's like new life.
Yeah, I just love it. It's so pretty. I mean, there's something pretty about every season.
So spring's your favorite?
I think spring's my favorite. And then it's like, I love looking forward to those warmer days. Like, it's like hope. Hope.
What is your least favorite? I think I know. But...
Winter, for sure.
Yeah, why?
It's so cold. I'm just not a cold person. I do like the change of seasons, but I don't love January.
Do you like the holidays?
Beginning of February when it's freezing. I love the holidays.
So you'd like snow till like January 2nd, and then January 2nd go away. Like Thanksgiving to January 2nd, snow would be okay, maybe.
Well, and the snow, I don't know. Snow is okay. It's not, I don't love snow on the roads because I don't like driving in it.
Yeah.
But snow on the ground is fine. I don't mind snow on the ground. It's the temperature. Like, if we can have snow on the ground and still have it be in the 40s, I'd probably be okay with that.
Yeah. I wonder if there's been interesting studies done on people that live in climates where the change of seasons are distinct and those that don't.
That would be interesting. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. And I wonder how they fare. I wonder if people do better in the change of seasons or out. I mean, obviously, there can be some hard winters the more north you go. Yeah. We've been to Canada and Alaska and Russia in the winter, and they can be dark and gloomy and hard, and people seem a little down.
A little down. It's hard. Yeah, that's really hard. I'm not sure I could live there for too long.
No. Yeah, I wonder if people do better. It'd be interesting. If you live in a place where the seasons don't change. Tell us, message us, and tell us how you feel about not a lot of change of seasons. And let's, for those of us who live in a place or places where the seasons do change, let's appreciate it.
Yeah, really.
Enjoy those leaves.
Enjoy the beauty of every time.
That's right. And every time of life. I think nature teaches us a lot about life, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think fall is a great metaphor for quote unquote death or, the passing of time, letting go of things, moving forward. And I like this idea of holding on to things until they're ripe and the most beautiful, and then just gracefully letting go. And the leaf just slowly drifts from the tree.
Ready to grow a new one.
Ready to grow a new tree.
Starting to grow newly.
What are the thoughts on season, Sal?
Oh, I feel like we've covered all the things I've thought of.
Tell us what you think of the seasons in your life, the seasons in the climate, and what this teaches you about life.
Well, okay, so everyone always uses the term, there's a season for everything.
Yeah, time and season.
A time and season for everything. And I think I have learned that in my life, that there is a time and season. You always want to do too much, I think. Well, I tend to say yes to things. And I have learned that as I've gotten older and wiser, and is that, maybe this isn't the right time for me to do this. Maybe it's not the right season of my life to do this. The other thing that I have tried to do in my whole life is enjoy every moment, which I think is this season thing, enjoy the cold of winter, even though that's hard to do a lot of times. Enjoy that because there is beauty in it. And so I've learned that in experiencing seasons of life, that even though it's hard to have little kids that wake up in the middle of the night and that cry and you're constantly 24 hours a day busy with them, it's when that
goes away.
Gone.
Yep.
You're sad.
All these times go away.
All of them go away. The leaf falls and it's gone. And so enjoy it while you've got it.
Yep.
For sure. That's definitely something I've learned.
Enjoy the changing seasons, people. It's fall going to winter. And enjoy the changing seasons of your life.
That's right.
Love it.
Love
while
every
you have it.
moment. Relish in it so that when it's gone, you can remember it.
That's right. All right, Sal. Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Please leave a rating and review for Under Our Bed at your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to the Extraordinary Us podcast with Jeff Burningham as well.
Hey guys, it's Jeff from the Extraordinary Us podcast. Thank you for listening to Under Our Bed. And a quick reminder to subscribe to Extraordinary Us. Also, tell your friends, leave a rating and review. We hope that this is uplifting. These stories inspire you and help you understand and realize that no matter our differences, we always have more in common. Let's build each other up with kindness and compassion. We got great guests coming up, including the governor of Utah, venture capitalists, all kinds of interesting people. Look forward to seeing you soon on the Extraordinary Us podcast.